Right, good morning all. So we're moving along with the monotheistic conversation, right? As we move along to wrapping up a cycle of the end of a particular era, end of a time period, right? So 5151, right? Surah 6, Surah Al-An'am, and we're moving along. 151. Come, I will recite what your Lord has prohibited to you, right? And we'll explain what this means as we go along. Come, I will recite what your Lord has prohibited to you, right? Meaning that to people who are polytheists, right? And are often referred to by human powers in religion as dirty or unclean, too dirty or too unclean, right? Allah is saying, right, through some of us who are teaching the work of Allah, right, the book, right? Come, I will recite what your Lord has prohibited to you. Your Lord in this context, meaning referencing your human lords, or what you want to call those who consider themselves lords to you, right? Or those who consider themselves, hey, I have power, I rule you, and I deem you too unclean or too dirty to touch this book or to read this book, right? Allah is saying, hey, I will recite, right? So even if people consider you too dirty, or if there are human powers in the world that consider you too dirty to listen to the word of God, or to enter particular spaces, you don't need to go into any particular religious spaces to listen to what God is instructing you or God is telling you to do, right? There's no need. If you are prohibited by culture, by human traditions, by government organizations, by any kind of human power on the face of the planet, right? If you are being prohibited from hearing what the true word of God is, Allah is saying, come, outside of that arena, I will teach you what is not being taught. I will teach you what is not being taught, right? By these organizations, by the powers that be, what they do not want you to know, right? So he commands that you not associate anything with him, and to parents, good treatment, and do not kill your children out of poverty, right? Allah is saying that if you have a child, you will be provided for, right? If you have children and you are suffered, right? Meaning that he will ensure that the human powers that be on the face of the planet who have access to wealth, right? And meanwhile there are children in poverty, he will ensure that you are being provided for. So do not kill your children, meaning do not, one, kill your children because you don't have money to provide for them, and two, all right, Allah saying there's enough things on the earth for you to eat, right? There's nothing like killing your child if you have a child and kill them out of poverty, right? And two, aborting your children because you're thinking you're not going to be provided for, right? Allah will provide for you and them, right? And do not approach immoralities, right? What is apparent of them out is being concealed, right? So immoralities, hidden sins, or sins on the surface, right? Do not approach these, what is considered immoralities, and do not kill the soul which Allah has forbidden to be killed except by right. This has been instructed that you may use reason, right? So that's one again on the topic of monotheism, right? Allah commands that you not associate anything with him in worship. 151, right? So 163. So we're moving along and wrapping up this surah, right? No partner has he, right? And this have been commanded, and I am the first among you of the Muslims, right? So no partner has he, right? Allah is instructing, and especially within these couple 2 days, instructing that no partner has he, right? And this I have been commanded, and I am the first among you of the Muslims, right? So Allah is telling you to not associate to any festival, celebration, right? Anything of the sort, right? That associates anybody, right, in worship with him, right? That's one, right? Now in Islam, let's just make this point, as today is December 24th, right? Make this point about your diet around the season, around these holidays, around this festival and so on, upcoming, right? Your diet, right? Allah has instructed you to stay away from certain foods, right? Certain foods and so on, right? In Islam, there are certain foods that are strictly prohibited, right? So you don't want to be celebrating a festival in the name of God, right? In the name of God, Allah, by what name you want to call it, right? And then you be eating whatever you want to eat, drinking whatever you want to drink in the name of God, right? So in the first place, you shouldn't even be celebrating the festival, right? And in the second place, watch your diet around this season, right? So we move on. Tomorrow we continue Surah 7.